Hello and welcome back to CK Café. My name is Rosie. I will be hosting today's episode in which I have a fantastically insightful interview with the one and only Diana Bidea. She is a very, very talented singer, songwriter, musician, content creator, actor, performer, and an incredibly kind, grounded, and funny person. So I think you'll really enjoy this interview. I had a great time talking to her. We recorded this interview a little while ago. It is finally seeing the light of day now, and I could not be more thrilled. But without further ado, let's just hop on into it. Enjoy my chat with the one and only, incredibly talented Diana Bidea. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to CK Café. Today, we are joined by the magnificent, the wonderful, the hardworking, the inspiring, the talented Diana Bidea. She is a singer-songwriter, a musician, an artist, and a content creator. And we're going to talk today about all things to do with her art and her presence online and sort of how we balance it all in this crazy world. So, Diana, welcome.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my gosh, thank you for being.
I'm so excited to be here. I love having these conversations. So thank you so much.
That's so wonderful. I've been a stan for a really long time, so this is exciting to get to kind of take a step into your mind and get to know you a little bit better. I guess my first question for you is, you do a whole lot. How do you sort of find the balance between everything that you do and keeping the love for it alive?
I think keeping the love for it is always has to be like the main focal point, because it's so often when we're doing so many things, because I do, the content creation on top of the songwriting, on top of this and that, sometimes it feels like the labor of love is like feeling more like labor than it is love.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think just keeping focus that you're supposed to feel like a kid when you're creating. You're supposed to have that childlike feeling when you're creating. If I'm not feeling like I'm feeling that childlike feeling, how do I recenter back to that, And then a lot of the times also, when trying to balance doing different things, it can be difficult, because some things that you do pay the bills more than others. And oftentimes the things that you're doing that pay the bills isn't exactly your goal, but it's a part of your job, your career, and everything that you're doing. So it's kind of really just keeping focus on what feeling you want to have and what your end goal is, for me, at least.
Totally. Because I know social media for you is a huge tool. You really have established a great presence on there. Do you find that people want certain things from your content creation that are adjacent to the things you really want to be posting, but also maybe you struggle to feel inspired to do sometimes?
Oh, you know what it is? Sometimes you feel trapped by the algorithm because I want so badly to make certain things that I want and I need and I love, and I want to post those things. But it's so discouraging when you're posting something that you worked really hard on, or it took you a lot of time, took you many hours, whether it's an audio recording or something like that, and you post it to your TikTok or your content creation spot,
Mm-hmm.
and the algorithm just doesn't want to push it out. And then you're like, okay, well, now I feel like I have to make something for the algorithm, not even for people.
Mm-hmm.
And that has been such a muscle that I've had to learn to flex and control, because you never want to go too far into hacking, And I think, like I was just saying before, certain things pay the bills. I love making content creation about women empowerment. I love doing that. But there's so much more that I know I want to show. So for so long, I was really relying on TikTok. Now I've really started to diversify kind of my platforms, which has helped because there's different audiences on all platforms that like different things. There's also different hate, which is interesting. But it's kind of also allowed me to feel like if I can diversify my platforms and I can kind of take inventory of what people are saying and their opinions and what they like and don't like, when the algorithm does hit on the thing that I want to make, I'll feel like, okay, like it's okay, we're on the right path. But it does get really confusing at times. I'm not gonna lie, it does get very frustrating.
So interesting. You mentioned that with different platforms comes different kinds of hate. I'm also like I'm relating to that a lot. I found that to be the case. Um, with all sorts of, I guess, haters or like, people who just got too much time on their hands.
Mm-hmm.
How do you sort of navigate not letting that get to you? Because I know on the surface it's very easy to say like, why should that matter to me? But me personally, like negative words really do have a way of kind of getting at me. How do you navigate that? And what are your tips and tricks for people who deal with that?
I will say the best thing that I've learned when receiving a lot of negative hate comments is like, let them go at it, let them do it. I've tried to find the light in it where I'm like, oh, you want to give me more engagement? Please. When there's arguments in my comment section about something I did, said, look, whatever, go for it. Do your thing. I also got to a point where I was like, if I want to be in the position that I'm aspiring to be in, would I ever let this one random person from the middle of nowhere on a fake account, like, would I put out a statement about that? No. Like, what? Literally the idea of like, what would Beyonce do? Like, I started realizing, like, in a way, attaching my feelings to somebody that I would never. My friend Kat says this, and she's like, anybody who's ever talked trash about me has never been anybody that I've wanted to trade places with. So, yeah, oh, she's a gem dropper. But that's what I think about. I'm like, there is so much hate. There's a lot of hate from, I will say, like, older generations, because I think a lot of what I say and do can be considered pretty unconventional for them, especially stuff about like body positivity. That stuff, when I post that on TikTok, people love it. When I post it on Instagram, people like it, and then usually I'll get hate from like men. When I post that on my Facebook page, on Facebook Reels, the Karens and the Lisas and the Deborahs, they are, oh, honey, that looks horrible on you. Honey, you look ridiculous. You look like, I'm getting like skank. Like, when was the last time anybody called anybody a skank? Like, that's a 2003 term,
That's crazy.
And I just kind of realized, like, I can't pay them any mind, but that's another type of just muscle you gotta flex. Now, I will say the one thing about getting hate that really scares me is the dog pile, because oftentimes, and I've noticed this with myself, oftentimes if I see a video on TikTok and I don't necessarily think like anything of it at first, you go to the comments, somebody writes a comment that is like, why would she say blankety blankety blank though, right? And it's something that most people wouldn't catch, but somebody felt offended or annoyed or didn't like something about something. Then somebody was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Why would she do that? Wait, I didn't even see that. And it kind of starts churning in people's brains, and all of a sudden it turns into a dog pile. That's what scares me, because a lot of like this cancellation and negative energy and negative comments sometimes turns into sport. And to that, I would just delete the comments so that you can't comment anymore.
Yeah.
My favorite activity is when somebody will write me a thesis comment and they're like on their phone all day, clearly unemployed. And I'm like, I'll just be like, listen, I didn't read this, but I know you put a lot of work into it. Your mom would be so proud. This is getting deleted. Thank you so much. And just delete it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like that's the best way to handle it, because that would make me mad if I spent 20 minutes on something and it was gone.
And they are working. I'm like, put this energy into something else. As honestly,
That's so good.
I try to have fun with it. Like, somebody said something in a comment like yesterday about something body positivity, which is why I brought it up. And they were like, nobody is upset that you're curvy. We just think everyone's saying what you're wearing is inappropriate. I'm like, honey, I'm not going to take advice on what's appropriate in New York City from a mom in her 60s. I've seen you guys' work. You guys are coming to the club in Skechers. I'm fine. I'm not going to take what's appropriate from you, my love. I'm okay. I'll survive.
My gosh, that's
You
so
just kind of have to
funny.
have
And
fun with
clearly
the
it's
clapbacks.
working.
Have fun.
Yeah, period. I love that. Yeah, I admire your ability to like just be so confident through it all and like not let anything anyone says get to you except the positive things which you really internalize. And I think that that's beautiful because that's what it should be. You should appreciate the positive things and you should pay no mind to the negative things. I think that's really great.
Yeah, it's definitely a filter. I'm like, oh, I want to
Hmm.
be upset. I want to be annoyed and upset. And then I'm like, but does it serve me? It's like a manual switch. I'm not gonna, it's a manual switch
Mm.
until it's not, until it's autopilot.
Yeah, totally. So to talk a little bit about your music now, I have a feeling you have a few things brewing,
Hmm.
which I'm really excited about because your last era was
Thank
incredible
you.
and I listen to your music all the time. Actually, your song As for the Healing Stone, that's one of my like favorite songs of all time. I
Really?
play it for everyone. Yeah, like I'm like want to hear the most beautiful song you've ever heard. Ask Ethan, I literally play it for
Oh my
everybody. But
God.
it's so stunning and
Thank
gorgeous and I'm
you.
obsessed with you and your voice and your music and your like your voice in like the things that you say in your music. I think is so
Thank you.
needed. Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. Thank you for doing it. So, can you talk a little bit about where you're at right now in your creative journey and like without like giving us like too many spoilers per se, just sort of like give us a taste of like what you're working on currently?
Sure. So we have a new song called Charity that we're working on that is amazing. I've worked on it with my producer, Devin O'Bannon. He's awesome. And we're working on just like a couple of more music to put out. For the last year, had a bit of a burnout because of a deal that I was in with a company in a different country. And there's music on my page that will no longer be up after a certain point. One song
Mhm.
specifically, and I want to take that song and reuse it and remake it and reproduce it because I
Mhm.
think it's one of the best songs I've ever written and it's so
Oh.
perfect. But the production unfortunately fell flat and I didn't really, certain things post production what just weren't the way that I would have liked.
Mhm.
So I think after that, I was like, okay, I have to figure out like what matters. Like, do I want to make pop hits? Do I want to make this? Do I want to make that? Because, I did my EP Addicts and I feel like that's a project that I had to like purge of myself. I had all these thoughts and all these feelings and things, but it's
Mhm.
kind of sometimes it's hard to like support your own music when you feel like you have this really poetic, like overly written, song or project. And then you kind of put it up against things that are much more like simpler, more pop, more things like that. And I
Mhm.
just kind of got to the point where I'm like, that doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that it's different. It's not in the same rooms, and that's okay. And I was like, well, what
Mhm.
rooms do I want my music to be in? So now this new era is going to be much more like, what kind of venues do I want to play? Let me make music for that. What kind of people do I want in the audience? Let me make music for that. Like, what feeling do I want to
Mhm.
feel? Let me make music for that. And, but all still while keeping my same writing style. I like talking about the dark stuff. I like talking about the serious stuff. Like I like having, dance hits that have like really, kind of deep flows of consciousness that are like, oh, wait, she kind of dropped like a little thought nodule there. So this next like round of music is going to be a lot of that, always keeping the same poetic style, but, stuff that will be more, I guess, aligned with where I want to be in the future.
Nice. Oh, that's so
Yeah.
exciting. I also know you have a lot of love in your life right now. Are you writing any very happy lovey-dovey songs in this new
I
era?
am. Actually, I'm writing a few, but you know what's funny? I I'm pushing myself to do it because I often write about other things and I realize like
Mm.
I guess I'm never really writing about my like love life in like a happy way, but
Mhm.
I think it's because it's like so solidified and outward. Like I always write about things that like I don't share out loud. And I think because I'm constantly sharing like my love and my relationship out loud, that I'm like, I don't necessarily need to write too much about it. But now I'm kind of
Yeah.
finding it even better to like write about something that I'm healed in, something that I feel confident in. You know, I'm always writing about stuff that I'm like, I've gone through trauma over, I'm unhealed, I'm suffering in some sort of way. And I'm like, but what, how fun would it
Yeah.
be if I wrote about like something that's actually good? It's a very
Yeah.
interesting exercise, like as an artist. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
where we have a song that I have a song that I wrote called Sunday Morning, and we are just waiting to record it. Like, I want to do it with a full band. I want to do it with like a bit of a choir towards the end. So I might just ask like everybody I know, like every singer I know, come to the studio. Let's record this like last verse. So, and
Oh,
Sunday Morning is basically about like a Sunday morning in New York City, and like you're in love and everything's poetic, and yeah.
I love
Hmm.
that. But I think that's so interesting because like it's I guess it depends on what your approach to writing is. Like some people write almost for therapy,
Yeah.
like to heal things that they need healing, and then other people gravitate towards writing the things that are just big feelings that they're feeling. And like there's no right answer, but it is interesting that one usually comes more naturally to an artist than the other.
Yeah.
Um and I also like the therapy approach. Like back when I was doing music, I wrote a song from the perspective of my cat when I went away to
I
college. She was
love
so
this.
upset. No one knows that that's what it's about, but every time I perform it, I tell people. But because she was so upset with me, and she like iced me out for like months. Every time I came back, she was so upset with me. So I wrote this song about like betrayal. No one knows that it's about my
And
cat.
everyone's like, wow, you have been through it. Little do they know you are the perpetrator.
Yeah, I'm the perpetrator, and it's literally Poos Cat. But I think that's so funny. Like, I think little secrets in songs are so
Yes.
funny. Like, whatever gets you writing and whatever inspires you. But I think that's beautiful. I can't wait to hear a poetic bit of insight into the good things and the bad in your life. Like, I'm glad that you are so vulnerable in sharing all of it. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah. I think also I'm still learning on how to like write songs that have pack the same, I guess, lyrical meaning punch as like addicts.
Mhm.
But how do I now, right now, I'm just like, how can I take that and make that like a pop R&B song or a pop song or a pop rock
Mm.
song or like a pop blues song? Because there's been like internal conversation within me, like, do I kind of abandon always trying to say something? Because you feel
Mm.
that pressure of like, you have to make a hit, you have to make a hit, you have to make a hit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
And it has to be something no one's quite talked about from that perspective
yeah,
yet in order for it to really like hit with people.
right. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but I don't know if now's the time to like abandon wanting to say something, because I do feel like whenever I write music, and the reason why I make it is because the songs that like have the most meaning to me are the ones where they have like a super, I guess, present um symbol, like people like I like, how can I give an example? Like in Addicts, when I said like, Lord, do you see what they've been using your book for? And I'm like, that type of writing, I like that. I want to write something that unifies people. And I know that
Mm.
sounds so like almost cheesy and corny and big picture, but I guess I'm like, I want to find a way to do all that while also make a song that people are going to like play on the treadmill, you
Yes.
know?
That balance is crazy, but if anyone can do it, it is
I
you.
know.
I think that you do that really beautifully. It never feels like didactic. It always feels very organic and like subtle enough where you can be just vibing on the treadmill and not think anything of it. But if you really sit and you listen to the lyrics, it's kind of like, whoa, I just got taken to church low key. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's beautiful. I love that.
When I'm at the gym, like my playlist is really just not what people should be listening to at the gym.
What do you listen to at
Oh,
the
I'll
gym?
listen to like big ballads, and I'll just like imagine
Oh,
singing like a crazy bridge big ballad. That's my favorite
I
thing.
love that.
And like,
That honestly might
oh, it's
work. Like,
amazing. Oh my God, you feel so powerful. I'm like, sometimes I'll play like the bridge of a song over. I'm like, play that again. That was so good. Like, or Hamilton, the
oh, I love
soundtrack.
that.
Oh, if you've ever done that at the gym, you will feel, I was like, like a bodybuilder right now. Like, I'm killing it.
Oh,
It's crazy.
I have to. I have to do that. I've been obviously Hamilton's having its 10-year moment, so I've been revisiting her, let's
Oh,
say. I listen to it all the time. It's so good. I love that trend on TikTok right now. It's
I am
killing me.
obsessed with
It's
this,
so
the
funny.
creator Ashby. I'm just obsessed.
I love her as the Lorax. It's so good. Do you do TikTok lives? Speaking of, that's such an organic segue, but how do you navigate that?
So I used to do TikTok lives like almost every single day when I would do my makeup, but I don't feel like I'm necessarily good at it because my TikTok live will never get pushed out. It'll be like me and like the
Mm.
same like 10 people over and over again, and then like log in
Yeah.
every day. And I'm like, hi, like it feels like we're running like an AA meeting. It's kind of sick. And hi everyone, welcome today. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, 2 days ago, I went on TikTok live and I was like, let's just talk hot topics. We start talking hot topics. We start talking about Love Island. Like this pop
Love.
culture, like if I could do just a pop culture page, I so would. And I have to refrain myself from making too much commentary about pop culture. Like Diana, focus.
Mhm.
Music and body positivity stuff, please. And I started talking about Love Island, the Love Island reunion. I put a picture behind me of the cast. I'm talking about it, and like I said one thing about Huda, and her little minions start crawling out. I'm like, oh my god, there was like 400 people in the live. I'm like, oh god, this is a lot for me. This is a lot. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I also like lives scare me because it can be really chill 1 minute and the next minute, like you said about dogpiling, like you don't know who's gonna come into that
And they
live and
could
like,
start something like, and they
oh,
do. And then if you like trip up on your words, if they ask you like a really sensitive question, you trip up on their words and be like, wow, that's what you think. And I'm like, wait, no, hold on, wait, stop. And also,
no, I was screen recording this.
right.
Oh my
It's
God.
very terrifying.
It's stressful. I like being in control of the content that gets
Yeah.
put out there. So lives are tough for me. And it's hard because like sort of what we were saying about the algorithm, I do feel like certain platforms do prioritize creators who use all of their tools.
Yeah, I know.
One of them being live, another one being TikTok Shop. But I don't want to be selling things to people.
I tried to do that for a little bit and I was like, I hate this. Like there was an agency that tried to reach out to me and they were like, do you want to sell stuff on TikTok Shop? I was like, I don't want to make these types of videos. Like it doesn't really fit into my content. And then I've never made that much money from it. I might try it once if it's like a dress I really love. But like there was a time where I was trying to do it for, like they were sending me things like that I just didn't. I'm going to go on my page about creation and body positivity and be like, look at this vacuum. Like what? Like what? Just doesn't fit, you know?
Yeah, that's what I've been struggling with too. Because I would do it if I like really believed in the product, or like I know that dress, the green dress. We all know the iconic green dress you have.
Yeah.
Like if you sold me that on TikTok Shop, I'd be like, put it in my cart, you know? So like things that are very like clearly the creator truly loves.
Yes.
It's cool.
You know, and I was
Yeah.
so like that would have been a great video to do it because I directed people to that link and it's on Amazon. And I'm thinking like, oh my God, like there's so many people watching this video. And mind you, I put it across TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And across all, you know, 3 of those platforms, it's gotten millions and millions and millions of views. And I was like, I have no idea what potion is in that video because I didn't even think it was like that crazy. I have no idea. So many people clicked the link. So many people bought the dress, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna make so much money. I've never made money like this before. No, because Amazon, it's only like 2 to 3%. TikTok Shop is like 10 to 20 to 25% in some cases. People are making so much money. So much money on TikTok Shop. That's why for me, I'm like, oh, it is tempting though. Like if it is tempting, but
that is tempting.
But you just don't want to, I'm like, I don't want to like go away that jeopardizes the trust I have between me and my audience. Cause I don't like people feeling like they're being sold something, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I think like a safe bet is just do it when you genuinely rock with a product and you just want to put people on.
Yeah.
Because I would trust, like, if you came on and you were like, listen, I've been using this skincare. It's so good. Like, I just want to tell you about it. Get it if you want. Don't if you don't. I would get it. Like, I would trust you. You know what I mean?
I have a couple videos like that because I'm like, I also think when when the TikTok shop thing doesn't exist on the bottom, people are more receptive, because seeing that TikTok shops, it makes me want to scroll too. But every now and again, I'm like, oh, I don't know. You can't fake that. That somebody will put something on. I'm like, ooh, or they'll do something. I'm like, ugh. I will say my fiance got with a online ad.
Really?
Yep. He bought the toothpaste, the one where they do. Have you ever seen those videos where they'll like have 3 cups of dirty water and they'll use like the same 3 toothpastes. And there's this one toothpaste that's like pink and blue and is like, and it comes in a weird sparkly tube and it's sparkly and it like whitens everything up. And he gets it. It is the most, first of all, he was like, oh, they're doing a buy one, get one free or buy one, get one half off. He got 2. Okay. It is the most disgusting toothpaste I've ever had in my life.
Oh, no.
Ever. I'm like,
But does it work? Does it give you pearly whites?
I mean, yeah, but it's also, it like foams so much that I like gagged. I was like, I can't breathe. But yeah, he got pretty bad.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's tough navigating
TikTok's hard for everybody.
Ugh, man. So, okay, what are some of your goals with social media moving forward, and what do you think the future of artistry online is sort of heading towards, or what do you think you online will look like maybe like 5 years from now? What's your hope and your goal? What are we manifesting?
Oh, I am 100% manifesting so much more engagement. Like, I am really leaning into the fact of like, I don't want to shy away from content creation. I think for a minute I felt a little ashamed because I felt like I was like a sellout as an artist. But now I'm so inspired by other artists online that are posting their stuff and the things that they're coming up with, the way that they're promoting their stuff. I'm like, damn, like they're so smart for that. Like, I should be doing more of that. The way that I see it is TikTok and social media. I love it. I love making content creation. It was never in the plan, but oh my God, did it transform my life and career and give me so much freedom. It's given me so much turmoil and stress, don't get me wrong. Like, but my goal really is to use this as a tool for my music. And I don't think that I will only ever be a singer, an artist now, because I'm like, I see how content creation and posting online brings community. It finds you your core audience. And I feel like I have such a connection with people that follow me because I see the same names that pop up. I see when they pop up in my live. I see when they DM me. The messages I get, I'm like, that I'm doing something right. Even if I feel frustrated, even if I'm not where I want to be, I'm doing something right. If I'm getting messages of people being like, you saved me during this time. You helped me leave my abusive husband. You helped me take my children to a domestic violence shelter. You made me feel so strong. I listen to your music and cry, even though I'm like, I feel like I haven't put out enough music. My vision is I want to be touring. I want to be singing around the world, and content creation can be the vehicle to do that and to get there. But also I love the idea of just finding other things as well, being in entertainment and, hosting things as well. I just like to give good energy, good positivity, and be that breath of fresh air, even if it doesn't rub people the right way. I don't need to be liked by everybody. So my goal really is music, touring, and just kind of, proving every negative stereotype for women wrong along my way. I thought I was going to pop off and, I thought I was going to pop off at 21. Thank God I didn't. I look back, I'm like, oh, well, now it's okay. I'll be more successful at 26. And now I'm 28. And I'm like, but it's okay. Now I'm getting married and I'm having these thoughts of like, I want kids. And I had this big conversation with Dano where I was very nervous. And I was like, I feel like I just sacrificed my whole life for my career and I'm finally getting where I'm going. And now like, we're going to have kids in like a couple years. And I'm like, wait. So internalized misogyny. All these other women, Victoria Monet won her first Grammy at 35, has a child. I'm so excited to see just how big my life is going to get, and also just like reach out to other artists and everything and see how we all help each other, and like we all rise at the same time, because that's how it's always how it happens. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's so beautiful. I think I see that for you too. I also see you have such a vibrant personality that I think really sets you apart from any artist I've ever been really tapped into before. Because you show up so authentically as yourself always. And I think that is probably such an inspiration to so many people. And I think that if there were ever somebody to really capitalize on social media to get their art out there, you were just the perfect person for it.
Thanks.
Because yeah, it really reads so authentic, and it's just like having a friend. And that is something that when you feel like you have a friend and then that friend makes art and then that art resonates with you, it's just like an indescribable feeling. You can't really get it anywhere else. And I get it when my friends in real life make art. But to just discover someone online and feel that same way about them is so special. And I think that's going to be what gets you exactly where you intend on going.
Thank you. That's so nice of you to
For
say.
sure.
That's so nice of you.
Oh my gosh, of course.
Yeah.
This is how I feel. I really rock with you. I like what you said too about coming up as a group of artists, you know, like all keeping our heads down, working hard, supporting one another. I used to feel weird about like supporting my friends and maybe not getting that same energy back or whatever. But when you remove like the expectation of reciprocation, you find the right people naturally,
Right.
who genuinely also like equally rock with you. And it's been such a blessing these past few years, like connecting with you, connecting with our other artists, friends, musicians, filmmakers, whatever. Like I feel like it is in your like late 20s where you really do start building that true community.
It's so true. I think like, especially as women, we've always, and like growing up with like pop divas and Disney Channel divas and all the stuff and seeing their things, we're like, we want to do that. We want to be that, especially if you're artists and creatives. But you don't realize that a lot of these people were set up for success like before the age of 7. We see how girls in entertainment are treated, and we're taught to look up to them, and so we think we have to mirror their exact journey. And so I think as a kid I was always like, I'm never gonna get there because my mom and dad can't, you know, they can't pay $2,000 for headshots. Even if they could, we didn't even know what to do with them. Like I wouldn't even know where to put them, where to send them, wherever. You know, that's why I think also social media and the internet is such an amazing thing, because now it's like, you know, you could put it on casting networks or wherever and just kind of start submitting and stuff like that. But what I've realized is everybody that I look up to that does have a similar journey to me, where I'm like, wow, they're killing it. Like I would love to be on that journey. They all popped off in their 30s. They all popped off in late 20s. All of them. And anytime that I've ever been in a big room or office with somebody that of high esteem, that, you know, a lot of people like fight to get in those rooms, every time they're talking and telling a story about people that they work with, they always say without fail, oh, I've known him for 15 years. Oh, I've worked with him for 20 years. Oh yeah, we grew up together. And it just always reminds me that like true success isn't always reaching upward and trying to climb upward. It's reaching to the sides of you and call it like coming up together. Everybody kind of helps each other out, and then you kind of find a way to, oh, she got to step up. Okay, she's pulling down to pull me up with her, you know, and it's all about camaraderie, you know. That's why for me, I guess it's a fault for some people. It's not always about money for me. I just kind of want to make stuff. I just want to make stuff with my friends, and I want it to be insane high quality and look amazing. And people are like, oh my God, how did you do this? How did you work this? How did you do? Me and my friends did it together. Like, you know, so a lot of it is about camaraderie, and it's okay. Like, listen, Diana Ross was singing in Central Park and she was like in her 40s, looking hot as hell.
Oh, I love that. You're so right. I also think, if it was about money, we would all be doing different things.
Yeah.
At this current stage, It's about making really good quality stuff and trusting in your skills and your creativity and your community, and we'll worry about money later.
The money will come. The money will come as a
The
result.
money will come.
Yeah, it'll come.
Exactly. And that's why I like having friends who are artists in their respective fields, because I feel like we have similar values in that sense. Like, we all put art and community above everything, and I think that's so special.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. That's why I love watching what you do, and I love watching what Ethan does, and I'm always like rooting for you guys from afar. I love seeing your work. Always, always, always.
We love collaborating with you too. For those of you who are not aware, Diana made a little cameo in one of our short films that we recently did called Cosquillas. It's up on YouTube if you want to go look for her. She's amazing.
Yeah, I get to curse somebody out, I think.
Yeah, I think you do. What do you say?
I think I'm like,
what do you say?
You fucking good. Like, I think I.
Oh yeah, you fucking
right.
good.
Yeah, I think I was like really sassy.
So funny. Yeah, you're an amazing actor too.
Thank you.
Is that something you want to pursue?
Oh yeah.
Like movies, theater, like.
Yeah, I think also I've kind of started to trickle myself back into a little bit of musical theater because I miss it.
Good.
And
as you should.
Yeah, I mean, I went to school for acting at the New York Film Academy, and then was singing at the same time, and I was doing cabarets, and I hated doing cabarets, but I was like, this is the only stage that I can get on right now, so let's sing these little doo-wops, I guess. And yeah. But yeah.
Wow, this is lore I didn't know. Oh my
yeah.
gosh, I didn't know you went to school for film acting. That's so cool.
Yeah. I was supposed to go for classical voice, and then I turned it down.
My God.
Yeah.
Wow. Your voice is already classical.
Oh.
It's okay. You didn't need it. Yeah, you're so good. Well, I can't wait to see what you do in the next days, weeks, months, years, decades. You're amazing. I want you to have like, and it's your life, but like, so do what you want to do. But for you, I would love for you to have this huge, huge career, influence so many people, do all these amazing things. And then maybe one day, possibly, if it's something you would be interested in, I could totally see you having like a talk show.
Yes.
Where you like kind of Kelly Clarkson
100%.
like a little bit.
Yeah.
I think you'd be so good at that.
I get this all the time.
It does not surprise me.
Yeah, I get this all the time. I have my podcast, the Slumber Party podcast, with me and my co-host Kat Capone. And we're almost finishing up our first season where we're like, okay, we're ready now for the second season. We're going to troubleshoot. We're bringing out more segments and things like that. So I love the aspect of like long form conversation. Like, and yeah, Kelly Clarkson, like, look at this girl go, everyone loves her show. So
yeah,
definitely something
I mean, love that for you.
That'd be so fun.
So fun. But like win your Grammys first,
Grammys
whatever.
first.
Get your Oscar.
Talk show later. Yeah.
Diana, it has been so wonderful talking to you. Where can everybody find you on social media?
You can find me on all social media at Diana Bidea Music. You can, that's TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all Diana Bidea Music. And yeah, and you listen to the podcast Slumber Party Pod. And wait for some new music. We have some really exciting things coming.
And listen to Addicts while you're waiting.
Listen to Addicts while you wait. Yep.
Thank you so much for coming on CK Cafe. This was so wonderful. You're so amazing.
Thank you for having
I can't
me.
sing your praises enough. You're so wonderful. Everybody better go follow Diana, okay? Or else you're going to have to deal with me. No, but support her. She's amazing. She's wonderful. And like, yeah, you'll be seeing her probably everywhere. Yeah. So tap in. Thank you all so much for watching. And catch you on the Flippity Flop.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that chat. I had a lot of fun. Diana's amazing. Make sure you check her out on social media. Follow along on her music journey. Tap into CK's socials as well. We got a lot of exciting stuff coming. More episodes of this podcast, some films, some theater. So you don't want to miss it. I promise you. Hopefully this inspires you to go out there and build your network and get creating with your friends and take your success this year into your own hands, because it's really not about waiting around for opportunities. It's about creating them for yourself. And with that, Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.